Hi everyone, how are you doing? My name is Aditi and I'm super happy to see you after ages. I'm incredibly sorry for this terribly long break. I felt so guilty for being away from YouTube for so much of time. Well, the truth is that I was recently a bit unwell, so hence that extra delay happened. But the good news is that now that I'm a little better, let's just get back to YouTube and let's just start making videos all over again. And I thought let's talk about something that can help multiple people at the same time. Let's discuss about 6 of the most commonly asked questions that I get in my Instagram DMs. So without much ado, let's get into the video and let's start with question number 1 on our list. What is the difference between BA, BSc and BDS in design? If you're applying to multiple universities, well, of course, some universities have different design course names and it can be a little intimidating as a beginner as to understand which is the right fit for me. So I'm going to try and make you understand the difference in as simple language as possible. So BA stands for Bachelors of Arts, as we all know, and arts is about history, culture, social sciences. And when I do BA in design, I talk about the theory of design. I talk about the culture of design, history of design across the nation, across the globe. And of course, you will learn about your design principles, but the emphasis will be on the theoretical knowledge. BSc, on the other hand, is the scientific knowledge of design. It's about the technical aspect of design. So if you have to design a website and you're doing your BSc, you'll not just design a website which looks aesthetically very pleasing or is user-friendly, but you will also be expected to code the website. Most probably, you'll have to deal with HTML and CSS. Both BA and BSc are about 3 years degree programs, and BDS, on the other hand, is a 4-year graduate bachelor's degree program, and the first year in your BDS is a foundation year, and towards your 3rd semester or your 2nd year, that's when you choose your specialization, and the end of your graduation, that's the degree you graduate in. So if in my 2nd year I choose to study graphic design, at the end of my 4 years I will get a graduate degree in graphic design. What's the advantage of studying 1 year more for your BDS? Well, advantage is that you can apply everywhere and anywhere. You have multiple options open for you. You can apply at IITs also to study your Masters of Design. That doesn't mean that if you do your Bachelors of Arts or Science, you can't study further. Of course, you can study further. It's just that your options would be slightly limited. You can apply at NID. You can also apply at several private institutions. And also you can apply for international colleges, but just with limited options. The next question on our list is, I am very funny with my sketching skills. Can I be a designer? Is it possible? If you ask me, if you truly want to do something, it's 100% possible and you surely should go for it. But yeah, to answer that question a lot more realistically, the answer is both a yes and a no at the same time. It's acceptable for you to not have exceptional sketching skills when you're applying for admissions, because I mean, we are going there to learn and it's a design entrance. It's not like an art competition. Only your basic sketching skills will be looked at. But once you secure your admission, and you enroll for a course which requires you to sketch, that's when you have to perform well. And once you graduate, once you complete your degree program, if you want to be a fashion writer, you want to be a fashion journalist, well, then you don't need to have exceptional sketching skills. But if you want to be a fashion designer, well, then of course you have to be very good at your sketching skills, because every day that's how you're going to talk to your clients. That's how you're going to talk to your team, your tailors or people who work for you. That's how you're going to tell them that this is what your idea is and this is how your fabric should look. So it completely depends on which specialization you pick after your graduation. The next question on our list is, can you study design part-time? Is it possible? Is it not possible? Well, it's completely possible if you have enrolled for an online course which is self-paced, which means you don't have any professors or strict deadlines. If you're too busy this week, you submit the next week or you submit the next week, and that's completely acceptable. If that's the case, then 100% you can study it part-time. But if you're planning to enroll for a professional course which is by an institution or a design school, which is a full-time course, and whether it's a bachelor's, master's, offline, online, design as a whole, let me tell you, is pretty intensive. And you have multiple projects running all at the same time, and you also have to learn, you're expected to learn new software within a short span of time and create your projects within those new software and deliver some really good presentable results, which means that to manage all of this work within the college deadlines is a task by itself. The only way that you can do it part-time is probably if your institution or your design school is very relaxed with its extensions and can give you multiple extensions. Well, then yes, probably it could be possible, but for most of the cases, it's not possible. The next question on our list is, can you share names of any good design school which doesn't require an entrance test? Now, this is every student's dream, believe me, every designer's dream, but I know I sound terrible when I say this, but my dear friend, don't run away from entrance tests. Entrance tests are like vaccinations. It's a painful procedure. We all fear it, but at the end of the day, it's for your own good. So you have to be friends with it. Some of the top design schools in the country, they don't just have an entrance test. In fact, they have a portfolio round, they have a audio-visual round, and they also have an interview round. It's a pretty long, tedious process. Not just that, even international universities, they ask you to send your SOP, letters of recommendation, then they also ask you to send a portfolio, which has to be pretty good. Again, they also have a selection criteria. A college which has like a bare minimum cutoff of like a 40% or a 45%, and they ask you to pay your tuition fee right away, is not a very good sign, and I personally wouldn't recommend you to go for such options. Next question on our list is, do my design grades matter? Answer to this is a yes and a no. Your design grades matter when you apply for your master's admission. Some of the international design schools look for A's in your report card. So the more amount of A grade you have, or the A pluses you have, which is a very rare sight, but if you have A pluses in your report card, that increases your score and that increases your chances of securing that master's admission. But if you're applying for a job and you're applying for an internship, the only time they will look at your report card is to make sure that you've cleared all semesters and you've performed pretty consistently. What will make all the difference is your portfolio, your work experience, your communication skills, and your overall confidence level. That brings us to the last but not the least question on our list, and that is, Aditi, I'm coming from an engineering background. I'm in my second year, third year, and I wish to study design in my master's. So how should I prepare for it? As a friend, if I can suggest you something, if you're coming from a completely technical background and you've had no kind of design training whatsoever, then because you're applying for a master's program and you will be competing with fellow designers, fellow people who have completed their bachelor's program, and possibly also with people who have work experience, I would recommend you to consider the option of enrolling for a design coaching or a design tuitions. And you don't need to spend a fortune, of course. You can enroll for any simple design tuitions. Just make sure that your coaching center gives you an extensive practice over all your past year's papers of the entrance that you want to crack, because the more amount of practice you do, the more you're going to increase your chances of securing that admission. And whether you're in your second year or third year, if you have the time, you have the finances, then you should start away with your coaching right now. And in fact, while you're in your fourth year, you can start applying for all the forms, all the application forms for your entrance exams. And who knows, if you've done well in the entrance, by the time you graduate out of your bachelor's program, you'll already have a seat secured in your dream design school. And that will also help you to not take a year off. And that brings us to the end of this short video. I hope this was helpful to you in some way. I'm so happy to be back after ages, and so thankful for your love and your support all this while. If you have any more video topics for me, video suggestions, requests, you can comment, you can DM, you can tag me on Twitter, and I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you again for always being there and being so caring and showing all all your concern. I promise to be back a lot sooner than what I did this time, with a lot more researched content. Till then, please take care, stay safe and stay vaccinated. Bye bye.